All I hear is talking, I don't sweat that. If they don't trust me either, I respect that. But she be down the ride, oh, I bet that. Ooh.
Good morning, good afternoon, good evening. My name is JH. How y'all doing, Postal family? Is everybody good? Is everybody cool? Are you clean, crisp? Are you feeling hairy? Let's talk. First, thank you. Second, people watch, people talk, people comment, and other people listen. I thought at one point my thing was to help people get into the post office, and then this little tiny channel has expanded because of the naysayers, because of the people that criticize me, for the people that claim they love me, for the people that comment, for people that hit the like button and spread this information nationwide. I say people listen, and your voices have been heard. Whether it's small or whether it's big, your feelings have been heard. Here's an example. Over a year ago, maybe 2 years ago, I really brought this to the forefront about toxic work environments. And then 2 years later, the union jumps on that and they march about toxic work environments. I think they're focusing on the wrong style or where it came from. Nonetheless, they focus on it. Somebody's listening. I spoke so many times about bad managers and people being promoted from within. Just recently, a lot of these people that are up top have moved down. Don't believe me? Read the comment section. You know how I know? Because you guys tell me. These managers of distribution, all of a sudden, they're back down to supervisors. We complained that they were making too much money. Somebody listened. They moved down. People claim that they were aggravated because they had this garbage to drive around in. They started getting these EV vehicles. Not every change you want to see. Not every change is what you want to see, but the change is coming. And not every change you believe is good, but the change is coming. I complained and I was extremely passionate about our people coming home after delivering mail. Okay, I don't deliver mail, but my family does. I was extremely passionate. And one of my buddies saw after my video, he was like, man, you shouldn't just tell them what you said. Because in that video, probably about 7-8 months ago, I was like, if somebody come up to you, just throw your key at them. Tell them, have it. Screw that. Have the key. I don't want, and get home safe. And they were like, well, no, you're probably enabling them. I said, no, man, that's called being real. That's called being passionate. Some idiot that's watching on a regular basis told a carrier, one of the route inspectors told a carrier that if they watch JH, that they're anti-post office. Well, to you, because I know you're watching, screw you. How about that? You have no idea about what I'm about if that's what you gather. No, I'm exposing the good, the bad, and the ugly. Whether you like it or not, it is what it is. And it's not Jay. It is everybody in California, in Oregon, in Michigan, in New York, in Texas, in Utah, in Detroit, in New Mexico, in Hawaii, in Puerto Rico. Everybody that comments on here and gives their little bits of information puts this big puzzle together across the nation so people have more information so they can figure out what's going on. Because who's not telling them what's going on? You route inspector, you supervisor, you postmaster. You're not telling them anything. Now, if I translate some information that may be incorrect, a day or two later, I'll correct it. But you guys not giving them the information. I'm getting the information from everybody. They're commenting. Okay? I have the lives where people help each other. Okay, so that's what this is about. This is no longer that little itty bitty channel. Mr. Jajoy, I'm sure he watches this. All right. I complained about them people robbing and stealing. I also made this thing. I said, hey, man, how come we can't do like Amazon and get these electronic locks? Somebody gave me that and I've translated it out. And you know what? You guys watch this video coming up. I think that our voices are being heard slowly but surely. As I said in my other video, hey, you can't look 2 years in and then say, oh, this building ain't gonna look good. We gotta slowly build towards something better. Not all this change is gonna be good because there's nobody in this world that's perfect, but we are building towards something better. So again, I say thank you to the haters. I say thank you to the people that service our country. That's each and every one of you that work for the post office. I respect you. Whether you respect me or not, it brushes off my shoulder. It doesn't bother me. But I appreciate that you actually come on here and you share your information. Because when you share that information, somebody that didn't know, now they know. You see me? Take a peek at this and we'll talk about it.
Mail, check fraud, attacks on letter carriers. The U.S. Postal Service says they have seen enough.
And that is why the service announced some new security measures that they're hoping will address this increase of those 3 crimes Doug just talked about. JD Miles has been exposing mail security lapses for months now, and tonight he is showing us what changes are coming to keep your mail safer.
These are photos of checks to the IRS stolen from the mail just last month. The U.S. Postal Service says it had around 38,000 reports of mail thefts from collection boxes across the country last year. Through only the first 5 months of this year, there have already been 25,000 reports of stolen mail.
During the last 3 years or so, we are seeing a dramatic increase in volume of stolen mail.
David Myman has been analyzing the problem and posts his disturbing findings from the dark web of criminals showing off stolen checks and personal info that's used for fraud. Some of what he's found include arrow keys that sell for thousands of dollars. They can each open hundreds of collection boxes and have made letter carriers a new target for robbery, including several so far this year in North Texas. That's why the Postal Service is rolling out security improvements that include 12,000 high-security blue collection boxes and 49,000 electronic locks to replace the outdated arrow locks.
Changing the locks is really not the solution.
Do you think this is too little too late?
Oh, yeah.
Myman worries that whatever new locks are installed will still make letter carriers vulnerable to robbery.
So instead of targeting the mail carrier and robbing them from the arrow keys, they will simply rob them from the other device that is being used to open the mailbox.
Earlier this year, CBS News Texas reported on overflowing collection boxes in multiple North Texas cities that were allowing mail to be easily stolen. New collection boxes are being designed to better protect what a lot of people still depend on to pay bills. The Postal Service is also implementing changes to prevent counterfeit postage and change of address fraud, 2 other major problems. In Plano tonight, JD Miles, CBS News Texas.
So what do you think? I think that electronic boxes is going to be good. I think that's going to be good. Who's going to complain about it? Nobody should really complain about it. Maybe the maintenance people, because they're going to have to install them. Hey, 3 years ago, we was complaining that we were taking blue boxes. Remember that? Remember people was complaining about the blue block boxes getting taken? That maintenance was coming and picking them up off the street? We know why now, because they put something out there. So to the thieves that are out there trying to rob our mail carriers at gunpoint just so you can get a couple bucks, okay? And you figure out, all right? You go get your electronic devices and try to figure that out. That way our people get home safe, all right? Family first. Screw you thieves. Secondly, why did this guy just talk all that smack about, well, yeah, that'll create, it's good that it's some of the problem that's fixed, but, yo, here's the issue with the naysayer. Even though he exposed some stuff, which is great, why you got to be negative about it, okay? Any progress towards something better, towards keeping our people safe, screw that mail. Keeping our people safe is progress. All right, you over there worried about, well, what about this? And then it's just part of the problem. Listen, if my daughter doesn't ever have to carry a key again, that keeps her safe. All right. If they go get the mail out the box and figure it out themselves, it won't reflect on my child. It won't reflect on my carrier family, on my rural carrier family. You see me? So you over there worrying about, hey, if it gets taken, the live is still safe. My people still safe. So don't be the naysayers. People like that, they always got something negative to say even when we make some steps forward. You know, he don't work for the post office, but nonetheless, if you guys have some feedback, leave your feedback. All right. And like I just said, man, you guys keep sharing some information because it's just spreading out nationwide. And again, to that person that was telling the guy that I'm anti-post office, bro, you're going to be anti-job in a minute because they're going to replace you. You're going to be back on the streets doing some carrier work. Leave your people alone. Stop being nosy. You worrying about what the carrier is watching? Really? Really? Anti-post office, my guy, this place is providing me a better life. My post office provides me a better life. My earlier videos was telling people to come on to the post office. And it's people like you that scare people away from the post office. Maybe you're the one that's anti-post office. Stop worrying about what your carrier is watching. Stop being nosy. You know what? They're replacing you too there, Mr. Route Inspector, with equipment that can inspect the route without you. You'll be back on the street trying to be a 204B or a supervisor. Yeah, da. That's my cuss words, all right? I got to keep it, people friendly. Da. This is JH. Let me know what y'all think. Is it improvement? Is it something good? Or is it just another smoke screen? We out.